Have you guys heard of a petition for the removal of the Chief Justice?
Okay. I'm trying to read it. You know, I've read. It's a long petition, Randy.
So,
it's a very, very long petition of 19 pages.
Yes, I'm told that.
And I've read up to 12 pages of it.
It's a petition.
But yesterday I listened to it on one of the networks.
Okay.
It was read on one of the networks. I read it. And it's very, very detailed. Honorable, it's a very detailed petition.
Okay.
Extremely detailed petition.
Ready?
And raises very crucial matters of law and constitution. And legal morality and so on. All kinds of issues.
I don't have a problem with the petition. Last night when I saw this, I just went to the Constitution just to understand the processes. And Randy, Clause 6 of Article 146, with your kind permission, where the petition is for the removal of the Chief Justice, the President shall, which is mandatory, acting in consultation with the Council of State, appoint a committee consisting of 2 justices of the Supreme Court, one of whom shall be appointed chairman by the President, and 3 other persons who are not members of the Council of State, nor members of Parliament, nor lawyers. The committee appointed under Clause 6 of this article shall inquire into the petition and recommend to the President whether the Chief Justice ought to be removed from office. All proceedings under this article shall be held in camera, and the Justice or Chairman against whom the petition is made is entitled to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert of his choice. The President shall in each case act in accordance with the recommendations of the committee. I've seen this petition. I've seen the dates received and the dates, there's some contradiction. So I don't know as of now whether the President or the Presidency has received this petition.
It hasn't received.
No, I'm coming. I'm basing it on what was given to us this morning, this paper.
Yes.
I'm saying I'm basing it here.
Yes.
Because if you look at it, Joseph Kabana Uba, which happens to be a receptionist, says he received it on the 16th of December at 4:33 p.m. But the letter, the petition is dated 17th. Obviously, the receptionist could not have received it before the petition was written.
But listen,
I'm coming.
There's a dispute about when the letter was written and when it was delivered.
I'm saying,
as of being received,
I'm coming.
There's no doubt that.
Yes, and I'm saying that how do you receive it on the 16th when the petition was written on the 17th? So I'm saying that if the petition has been received, I'm sure the President will act in accordance with the Constitution. And the Constitution is very clear. Once he receives it, in the case of a removal of a Chief Justice, a committee will be set up. And it's a shall. I'm sure the President, being a lawyer, once it is received, in the case of any other justices, a prima facie case has to be first established by the Chief Justice. In the case of the Chief Justice herself, in this case, the President has no option but to set up a committee headed by or chaired by one of the Supreme Court justice and 2 other people to look at it.
3.
To look at it. This is done in consultation with the Council of State. Once it's done, the recommendation is then brought back to the President. At that point, the President will act on the recommendation. So let's see how it goes.
So let me tell you
yes.
the difficulties I see. Here we are insisting that the outgoing administration should not exercise its right to appoint and make certain decisions. Okay. But at the same time, there's a petition before the President which involves or may lead to the removal of the Chief Justice. A certain contradiction there. Clear.
How is that, Uncle?
The President either has power to appoint or disappoint, or he doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? So if we insist that the President, because of the time left for his administration to come to an end, cannot appoint and disappoint, it should apply to everybody. You still don't get what I'm saying?
Because in this case, because of the... Okay, sorry, I'm finished.
So that's a fundamental problem we have to resolve.
Yes, but in this particular case, oh, sorry, Angosi, sorry.
Yeah, okay, you go.
In this particular case, my reading of the Constitution gives very little discretion to the president. Maybe the lawyers can advise.
But it's a process of removal from office.
But I'm saying that
lead to removal
no,
from office.
in this particular instance, once the president receives the petition, the Constitution is clear as to what the president should do next.
Agreed.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes.
In all instances, the procedure is clear. But the only reason why we are hesitant or worried about the president exercising that power is the fact that the time left for his administration is rather short, and that his actions may inconvenience the incoming administration, and also that his mandate is not as solid as it may have been 1 year ago.
His actions of appointing a committee, no, I don't think his actions of appointing a committee will inconvenience the incoming government.
How is that different from appointing the CEO of Cocoa Board?
It's
or
different.
Dismissing the CEO of Cocoa Board?
It's different.
Okay, you think it's different?
Yes, it's different.
Fine.
In this case, the petition, the procedure, as I've read it, and I'm saying I'm not a lawyer, maybe the lawyers can advise, is that immediately the president receives the petition, he is mandated.
Master, the appointment of chief executive of the Cocoa Board is also enshrined in law. There's a process enshrined in law.
Yes.
As in all cases.
Yes.
Okay. So if he cannot appoint or disappoint the chief executive of the Cocoa Board, given all the factors we have stated, it should apply to the Chief Justice too.
But in this case, the president is not removing the Chief Justice.
It may lead to.
But in this case, it's not the president who is exercising his power, because he does not even have that power.
He has.
He doesn't.
Ultimately, the report goes back to the
But
president.
the report that goes back to him, my reading of the Constitution says that he has to abide by the recommendation of the committee.
Whatever, but
He doesn't have a discretion.
The act of removal is done by him. So just let me finish.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So just
other problem-
as you finish, the news we're picking up from the Supreme Court. You know, today is the date that the Supreme Court gave for their decision.
LGBT.
Yeah.
So we're just picking up information that Richard Sky's suit has been dismissed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're still ongoing, but at this stage,
So what does it mean? It then paves way.
The president ought to sign
They have to.
Okay.
I think there was another one. They consolidated them. There was the one also by the lady. So they actually there.
Okay.
But what is happening now is that Richard Sky's suit, we're told, has been dismissed by the Supreme.
Okay. And Richard Sky's issue was that. What was Richard Sky's issue? That the president.
He had issues with the what was going on in the court. I'll get the facts of his case and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, Kwesi.
So the other problem is that you have virtually 2 weeks for the president to leave office. So if the president acts on the basis of the constitutional injunction and set up this committee, it may take a week, it may take 2 weeks, because he actually needs to do that in consultation with the Council of State and so on. So it may take a week. Let's say that it takes a week. The committee then has to give the Chief Justice all the opportunities to defend herself. So it has to call evidence and so on. Absolutely. My suspicion is that those proceedings cannot come to an end within a week.
Obviously.
So then, the incoming president is the one who would inherit this process and will have to take the decision of the Chief Justice. Is that true?
Based on the recommendations.
Based on the
recommendations from the committee.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that we have to understand. The second issue for me is that this is an interesting matter. Who sits on this committee? The president can choose any two of Supreme Court judges to sit on this matter.
And currently, all the Supreme Court judges, as we speak, were appointed by President Akufo-Addo.
No.
All.
Not all.
Which one was it?
Puama was not appointed by Akufo-Addo.
Okay, he's still there.
Justice Bafuboni was not appointed by Akufo-Addo and so on. Okay.
Yeah.
But then, it's the president who has to choose.
Who has to choose?
These two.
These two, yes. And even decide who becomes the chair.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's the same president who has to choose the 3 other persons who shouldn't be judges, shouldn't be lawyers, shouldn't be parliamentarians,
Yes.
and so
Yeah.
on. Shouldn't be members of the Council of State.
Yes.
Ordinary people.
Yeah.
Fine. Who qualifies for the 3? That would include you.
Yes. No. I'm a member of parliament.
Ah, yeah. So you're
I'm
disqualified.
I'm disqualified.
But it would include somebody like John Boyd.
If the president so wishes. It will also include somebody like you.
No, please don't bring me inside.
Then
Why are you bringing me
then why are you
inside?
bringing Uncle John Boyd inside?
No, but he's qualified.
But you also qualified by the dictate of the constitution. You also qualified.
Have you ever seen me occupying such a position before in your life?
But have you ever seen John Boyd occupying the position of a committee to remove a chief justice before?
My friend, why are you bringing me inside this?
Why are you bringing John Boyd inside this thing? The president can even appoint Dr. Randiabe.
But that is what the problem is.
There's no problem.
That's what the problem
The
is.
president can appoint Dr. Randiabe.
The people who are
Who's not- who's not-
who were even interested in chasing me out of GFA.
Randiabe, you are not a lawyer.
Even GFA, our own football team,
Dr.
even that one, they were
Dr.
interested
Dr.
in what
Randiabe.
I was
Dr.
contesting
Randiabe,
for.
per the dictate of the constitution.
Please.
You are not a lawyer. You are not a member of parliament. You are not a member of the council of state. You qualify squarely.
I said even
on
football,
this
even
committee.
football
I
positions.
know.
to determine whether
Even football positions, they're interested in ousting me, not this one.
Can I make my point?
So you qualify.
It is true.
So Randy qualifies.
It is true that-
Percy Pratt qualifies.
Hold on.
Okay.
Why would Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo put this burden on the head of a
But
poor
you
man?
qualify.
But hold on.
But why do you want Nanado to put that burden on John Boyd? Why? Why? That's the question.
But listen. The point I'm making is that whoever he selects to be on this committee will be a statement.
Of course.
That's all the point I'm making.
Of course.
Okay?
And that's why I have loved for the
Whoever-
president to put Ankwesi on the committee.
No, he won't.
That's a huge statement.
No, he wouldn't.
That will be a huge statement.
No.
I'm telling you, Ankwesi.
No.
Why do you think the president will not? Why?
Because I know the president.
Oh, and I also know the president. He will not put John Boyd there. I know the president.
Okay.
Yes. I know the president. He will not put John Boyd there.
Don't worry. Let's wait for the president to see who he's going to put there. But whoever he puts on that committee will be a huge statement. And if I were him, I'll be careful what statements I make at this time of my life. If I were him.
Okay. Let me say hi to Dr. Professor Kingsley Nyaku. He's watching the show. So,
But Collins, I thought, was my friend.
oh, but is he still not your friend?
Look at what
Ah,
he's
you
doing
mean
and
this?
what he's
You
saying.
mean Collins?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought Collins was
But
my
Collins
friend.
thinks so highly of you. He believes that you.
And he's doing this.
No, he believes that you are a very fair-minded person.
absolutely.
You think
And
that is
do
what
a
he's
great
doing?
job.
Absolutely.
Do you think that is what he's doing?
What do you think he's doing?
Don't worry. He knows what he's doing.
What do you think he's doing?
No, it's okay.